Howdy, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Stay to Smile podcast here with Victoria and Michael. And we have our two lovely golden retrievers in the room with us. One with the tennis ball, and
Rusty.
the other one jealous to get that tennis ball.
Hi, babe.
Howdy.
Hi.
So we just got back from dinner. We're full of energy and full and ready to take our old man nap here at 8 o'clock.
No, don't say it in the plural sense of we, because I don't take old man naps. You take old man
That's because
naps.
you're an old woman.
Suck it.
You can't say suck it on air.
Yes, I can.
Keep it PG.
Suck it. That is PG. That is so PG. Okay, so we have a very serious conversation to have.
Well, what's that?
Let's talk about addiction. Let's talk about what it does to a family, the signs, what to do, how to handle, just overall in general. I mean, it is something I don't think anybody is prepared for on any level. Crickets.
Yeah. You think you can handle it first. You think, okay, you run through the process in your mind, okay, this is the way it should play out. But in reality, it does not. And it's a lot more stressful than you realize until you're there. Now, I went through alcohol addiction with my grandfather, and I saw firsthand basis drug addiction with one of my cousins and how it just tears you up. And no matter how much you put forth the effort and money and time and energy to help that individual, if they don't want it, you are wasting your time.
Yeah.
These were grown men that we watched just wither away and just deteriorate to nothing because of drugs and alcohol. These were very close, like I said, my grandfather and my cousin. And yeah.
Well, and I had one of the closest friends that literally was like a brother to me. And I still can't imagine the fact that he's gone. Like, it's still so hard for me. He was like a brother to me. When I would have surgery, he would come up and just keep Faith company. When I was with her in the NICU, bless his heart, he would come up, get my nasty laundry, take it back, wash it for me, and bring it back. And he saved me in so many ways because I wouldn't leave her side. And so he would, do the things, that I couldn't do because I wasn't going to leave. And he was always front and center. He got dedication tattoos for both Faith and I that were absolutely stunning and beautiful. And he dated his high school girlfriend on and off, on and off. And she was a drug addict. And so many issues. He went to jail for her because they got pulled over and she literally put the drugs on him and they were on his person. And he didn't want anything to happen to her. So he took the fall. And then they got into a fight. And, I'm going to add trigger warnings here. And this conversation really isn't for younger people. So you might want to pause and make sure that they don't hear any of this. She and him got into an argument after they had been intimate. And she tried to file rape charges on him. And the police responded. And it was some of the good old boys you knew from your area. Back in the day, it was your precinct, believe it or not. And I reached out and I spoke to them and he had me on the phone crying. And I talked to them and I was like, this is absolutely not. It's not. I'm telling you, it's not, because this man absolutely would never, ever. I would put my name on it that he wouldn't have. And so I said, is there anything on her person that shows anything? And there wasn't. And so she made false allegation. And then she came clean and said no. She was just pissed off at him. And that's what she was trying to do, is get him in trouble. So she, I guess, spiked his drink at some point and he got addicted. And he did the right thing. He went to drug rehab and got clean. And so next thing I know, she came up behind him and injected him with something, some kind of drug, and he ended up back, doing them again. And this is a guy who you could call at 3 in the morning and he would show up at 3:15. And, there were times that he would sleep on my floor to, help me be there when I was up around the clock with Faith, making sure, that I had an extra set of ears. And he would stay on the floor and watch TV or do whatever while I took naps, and he would listen for her machines and just be right there. And I found out that, she got him back on drugs again, and he took his life I can't believe that it'd be 2 years. I cannot believe it's been almost 2 years. And she called me and told me, and I can't even tell you the impact it had on me when I found out. And he lived and breathed for his dogs. And he was even taking care of one of Faith's dogs, and he had his dogs around him. And when they found him, he was laid out with his dogs right there with him, because that was his whole world. And had I known that, I would have gone and gotten him. But I didn't know till after the fact. And it's heart wrenching because they think that it stops their pain. But in the long run, it just, everyone else that truly and unconditionally cares about them, it doesn't stop our pain at all. It just doesn't.
So let me ask you, Victoria, because I will tell you years later that I was not. Okay. Everybody, all y'all know that I've been married 3 times. This is my soulmate, my third, my final, my best, my everything that I should have married the first go round. But
When I was around.
I had my head up my ass.
Can you say that one more time just for editing so I can
I
take
had
that
my head up other people's asses.
literally and figuratively?
And
I'm going to take that sound bite and keep it, just so you know.
the second marriage, I started getting abused. Okay.
On more levels than you want to
I
say.
didn't get physically abused. It was emotional, okay, and verbal.
And financial.
And oh no, that was the first one.
No, the second one did too.
Well,
No, she did. I promise you, she did.
and so y'all, I started drinking, and I started drinking, and I kept on drinking, and I'd come home from work, drink, weekend, drink, okay, beer, liquor, mixed drinks, things like that, and then I started carrying a cooler to work in the back of the pickup truck. After work, hit the parking lot, pop open a beer, say goodbye to your fellow workers for the day,
Called me.
and then on the way out,
You called me.
driving with an open container, hit the bar on the way home, grab a beer, say hello to the bartender, and then head to the house. Once you get to the house, have some more beers with dinner. Okay. Just to get me through the constant nagging, the arguments, the fight that I knew I would have. Then it got to the point where I'd wake up, get my coffee, pour in some liquor. Okay. I like to have apple crown in my coffee. All right. That gets me going. Now I'm taking this shit to work. I'm going to work drinking on the job,
And driving.
drinking after, drinking before, after, during. Okay. But I can tell you right now, I was not addicted. I did not have a problem. Right?
Well, let me
I can
first.
tell you that, right?
You can
Do
say
you,
that.
do you believe me?
You could say that.
How many of the listeners are saying, no, you had a problem, buddy?
Okay, well, let me first say I'm so proud of you for opening up and being so vulnerable by discussing
Thank
this.
you.
Well, that took you long enough, but
Mhm.
I'm so proud of you because it takes a lot as a man to open up and say, I did this. And so thank you for that, because I know so many people can, it's one thing to hear it, it's another thing to admit it. And so people could be listening to this and say, wow, that's me. But I'm not saying it to Side note, how many did we have last year when we got our thing?
Um, I know we were well over 40 million listeners,
That's
but the downloads we had last year were 500 million, I think.
5 million,
Five,
528 million.
yeah.
Yeah, we got all that.
So half a billion downloads,
That's crazy.
right?
Crazy, crazy,
Y'all are
crazy.
listening to this redneck and this beautiful woman over here.
Whatever.
Don't forget to take out your trash cans.
I'm going to kill Alexa.
I love her. She is so
Annoying.
hilarious to you. She doesn't like you at all. But
Ladies.
let's go back. Hold on.
Okay.
Stop. We'll put it. Just stop. So, if you would ask me clinically from my training and everything else, or from what I've been through, would I say that you had a problem? Yes, I would. I would say that you had a problem.
Everybody would,
Right.
except for me,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
And that's the way addicts are.
Yes.
It
For the most
takes
part.
so much.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes they admit it. Believe it or not, some say it so that they can continue to get it. Because some people are like, you can't cut it cold turkey. And then they'll say, well, I'm an addict. And they'll say, okay, well, let me give you some. And that holds them over so they can get more.
Right.
So that is a trick that some do in order. But another thing, I don't think that people who either admit that they have a problem or don't admit they have a problem realize how absolutely they can destroy the ones that they love. Or not even the ones they love, but the ones that love them and are taking care of them.
Mhm.
I think that really needs to be talked about because, you know, the one thing we know about me is that I will tell you the truth and piss you the hell off, but you'll respect the fact that it's honest. I have a memory where I remind myself of details that it's just ridiculous. I mean, I even have doctors and other professionals that'll be like, I don't even have to look because I know you are spot on in telling me verbatim of what I'm about to read. Like, it's just, and the thing is that anyone who's gone through abuse, the one thing they have in their corner is their word. And it is so priceless because that's all we have. Everything else is stripped from us, literally and figuratively, in every possible way, right? Like, I did something stupid yesterday. I was trying to come out of the office and it was dark and the dogs were right in front of me. And I reached behind, and they tell you when you become an amputee that there are going to be a lot of uh-oh moments with the one limb that you have. And there's not a lot of arm amputees unless you're born without an arm, but there's not a lot of amputees that have happened midlife, post life, right? Or post living. So I go to reach behind my back, and I had just gotten all my stitches out yesterday from my second corrective surgery. And I somehow like lost balance. I don't know. And I pulled the door shut, and my hand remained inside the door. And as soon as I did that, I opened the door and I guess I went to pull my hand and I hit the shelves that are on the wall right with it. So I walk downstairs and I say to my husband, hey, I think I messed up my hand. And my hand was, I don't know how you want to describe it. It's pretty colorful. It's pretty
I
colorful.
think I just broke my hand, was your words.
Right. It was pretty colorful.
It was already swole up.
Oh, yeah. Like two of my knuckles look like Mount Everest and the other ones look like broken ground, like just flat, no worries. But then my index and middle finger look like they were up in high mountains. And then I don't even know how I broke the skin. And then they were already black, blue, green, whatever.
And what the first thing your husband said?
Come on, I'm going to drive you to the emergency room. And I said, no,
I'm going to help you.
I'm going to take you to the emergency room. Right. And I said, no, that we're not able to do that. So, and the reason I mention this is because when I go, because I needed to make sure,
He's very stubborn.
I go to make sure, and I go to the emergency room and they do all these x-rays, and they were like, the guy who was taking care of me was hilarious. He's like, oh, the door came in, he's all banged up. And I'm like, oh, that's funny. And he's like, you want to arm wrestle? No, really? I was like, come on, I'll nub with you. Come on, no. So he was like, do you want anything? Do you want anything? And the one thing Michael will agree with, and most everyone who ever listens to us knows, I've never taken a single pain medication. So nothing like in regards to pain meds, prescription, oxy, any of those whatsoever. I've never taken them. So they say to me, "Hey, would you like us to give you some kind of pain meds to help you with it?" And I immediately am like, "Nope, I don't need them." And Faith is right there and she's laughing and she's like, "You don't know my mom." And so I was like, "No, I don't want anything." So like 10 minutes later, "Hey, do you want anything yet?" "No, I'm not going to want anything then." So they come in and they're like, it's in this really unusual place. Like you got it. Like if you could have done it in a perfect place, that would have been where to put it. Because like you literally got it in this one little crevice that kept you from like shattering your hand. "Do you want anything?" "No." And then so they're wrapping it up and fixing it and all. And they're like, "Do you want us to write your prescription?" "No." And then I was like, "I'm really sorry I wasted all your time." And they're like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, that's just who I am, right? It's just what we do. But the one thing we have is our word. And it's so imperative that people respect that. And it's so hard. But it's like when you're dealing with an addict and you're trying to do everything that you possibly can for them, and they just, I don't know, what do you want to call it? They just cut at you every chance they get. It's it's hard. It's hard for those that care give because it's not warranted.
Right. We have to look at, is it them? Is it the real them? Is it the drugs? Is it the lack of drugs? What am I seeing here? What is this? You want them not to be in pain, obviously, but you don't want to feed their addiction.
Correct. So then what do you do?
So it is stressful, y'all. It's hard to, you know,
And
imagine.
no, Faith is not an addict. Just so y'all, if y'all are wondering, no, Faith doesn't take pain meds just like me. She refuses them. She's just like her mama.
Right. It's hard to go through a scenario and say, okay, we can handle this, we can do this until you're in there. And then you see what kind of impact, like my wife said, it has on the loved ones trying to take care of you, or your family. So yeah.
What were you gonna say before?
Oh, ladies,
Alexa is hilarious.
it is a pain in my butt.
No,
Okay.
Alexa does not like my husband because he's snarky. And let me tell you ahead of time, this is actually a great tidbit for people going through abuse.
Oh yeah.
And just let me tell you, like for those of you, I've had my second spinal correction surgery, and my husband was bringing up laundry, and he's been fabulous with that. He's been doing all the laundry for me because I can't carry. I wasn't able to carry anything of weight with all my stitches. My
I'm a
back
laundry
looks
bitch.
my back looks like a railroad, literally. And he carries it up, and the bag, he was just kidding, and he went to tap me on the butt with it. And I'm like, oh, and I was already talking to Alexa, and we can't say her name right now because she's in the room. And so,
And she's always listening, in my opinion.
no, she's not unless you say her code words.
Well,
She's not. So I was already talking to her, and then I was like, "Hey, Alexa," and I was like, "Oh wait, Michael just popped me on the butt," and she's like, "Stand by, I'm calling 911." I was like, "Wait. Like, no, 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 no. I'm just kidding. Stop, 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 stop." So if you're unable to call for yourself and you have this set up and you just say that, you can get help. And I had never known it to do that. Maybe you do. Maybe my listeners and your listeners, they know that it can do that. I didn't know that. So if it helps one person and they just say it, know that you can get them to notify the authorities for you. If your phone has been taken away and you're unable to get help yourself, then you can do it that way. And that's just so important, which is totally right field from what my husband wanted to talk about because he kept making comments about Alexa, and she kept telling him that he was a shallow, selfish prick, basically.
guys, she will get.
He sides with the wife.
Sure does.
That was hilarious. She was like, "Oh, Victoria, I feel so bad for you for all that you went through with Michael and him cheating on you, and what a dirt bag your husband is."
Guys, you're not going to win. I'm sorry. The damn thing's smarter than we are. You'll probably have to have an IQ of at least 150 or above to get one by her because she comes up with some crap. And, The girls were laughing.
Oh, we were laughing hysterically. And then he says something like, "Oh, well, that's probably why you're single." And she's like, "Well, you've been numerous times or you wouldn't have had so many marriages." And then she's like, "Hey, by the way, maybe you preferred to have women who didn't speak English because they didn't want to or wouldn't have stayed around if they understood what you were trying to say."
And throughout, if you keep going in this dialogue with her, she remembers everything from 10 minutes ago about what, the girls were talking to me about. Like, hey, my husband just insulted me, or he's called me fat, or he's making fun of me, or blah, 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 blah. And yeah. So be warned,
I think
guys.
that was the funniest, is because she was like, "Oh, he's saying that he's excited if you lost a couple pounds. I know from your orders on Amazon what size your husband is, and I think he must be looking in a mirror and self-reflecting."
Yeah.
Like, because it's not you who needs to worry, it's Michael. And I'm like, I just got my first girl crush. It's a computer. That's pretty awesome.
So, new addition to our family was born yesterday.
So excited. So excited.
We have reserved a cream-colored golden retriever
See, golden retriever puppy.
female
Ow.
from one of our good buddies who's a professional knife maker.
He makes the most beautiful knives ever.
He is internationally known for his knives.
He's amazing. And I did get one for you, which you botched to hell.
And so she'll be joining the family here in a couple months.
Like 7 weeks and 4 days, not that anyone's counting.
Yeah, be a good Valentine's present.
Then she's mine.
Okay, fine.
Perfect.
Forget chocolates.
I don't eat chocolate. So what are you going to get me anyway? You don't ever get me Christmas or Valentine's or anniversary anyway.
There's a flyer down there.
A flower?
A flyer.
A flower?
Yes, a flyer. It's a purple flyer. It's been up there for months.
Okay.
And
But
it's where
normally you don't get me gifts.
because all you need, baby.
I'm going to
Oh,
puke.
God,
Please.
that sounded so cheesy.
So let's tell you about some other things that are going on. This is pretty exciting. So I have been quite busy. My husband, I'm surprised he didn't do this. I'm truly surprised he didn't do this. So he's been dilly-dallying. Like if we say, "Babe, can you put this together?" We expect it to be done. See, it's January 2026, maybe September 2027. And it takes like an hour. It says completion time under an hour. So about 18 months is about accurate.
I'm still fresh in my early retirement fireman
You were
state.
fired because you were taking care of your father because of a very vindictive, very falsely advertised garage door company based in Atlanta that is someone who, if you really go back and research, you have the NDA, I don't, who, if you go back and research, I had the owner on and they are not forthcoming about anything truthful. I mean, everything on their site, they say, "Oh, we've been in business 250 years or family owned for 250 years. That's a bunch of bullshit. FMLA is supposed to protect you, and they fired you for being at your dad's bedside while he literally almost died. And he had a brain bleed, and they let you go. So, I don't care what season it is. It's, there's 4 seasons, and I don't care. But they, literally one of the last things that they were doing with you is criticizing you because they wanted you to basically jab all of the customers. And if you went over there and they were an elderly couple fixed on income, and let's say that they only needed something so simple, you told them the truth. And then you got ridiculed by the company because they wanted an average ticket to be $1,600. And you wouldn't do that to a couple that didn't need it. And so you got ridiculed and put on some bullshit. What was it? PPP or whatever? PIP, which is a way of covering their asses prior to firing. And that's why they did it. It's a probationary thing. And you didn't do anything wrong. You were the highest 5-star review person they had. But because you put family first, which is ironic because the whole premise of their company is that they're family owned and operated. Oh, wait, hold on. They're not family owned and operated because they sold to another company and then they didn't even promote that or publicize that anywhere. So they're still going under the old name. What season is it? It's one of the 4. And they still don't show the new name of the company or who bought them out or whatever. They're still going under that whole family owned whatever. So with that being said, and the falsifications and all of that transpired, they fired my husband because he was trying to take care of his dad.
How'd you get off on left field on this?
Because you were talking about your retirement, and I said, you weren't retired, you were fired because you were doing what the federal government protects you for under FMLA. And they tried to say all this, and they fired my husband who'd been with them for 5 years in a freaking text message. I mean, you want to talk about stupid. And not only that, but I mean, here's the thing is that I hate the fact that I know so much dirt on this company and I have not put it out there yet. But like, seriously, how can you treat your staff that way and get all mad because you didn't make each sale $1,600? But then they say, oh, we don't have enough, jobs for everybody to do, so we're going to send you home at noon. How can you make a certain amount of money per week if they only give you one or two jobs and some of them is a recall or whatever the case may be, and they don't have enough jobs for everybody? So they send people home. So if you were home taking care of your father, I don't understand why they would have such ill will and let you go, even though you were protected under the FMLA. But a season to each its own, as there are four.
All right, you were saying about your magazines?
Oh, yes. So anyway, with the all four season thing of each season that comes by, I have been writing for 4 different magazines now, and we just had a huge article in Unstoppable Woman. And then we have been published in multiple magazines here lately. And the other day, my husband was downstairs doing some engraving and building some gorgeous bracelets that we will have up here soon. And he comes upstairs after a couple of hours, and I have written what will soon to be released as my next book. Why are you shaking your head? Why are you shaking your head?
Woman, you got one damn hand.
Well, right now I have only like 2 fingers.
And you smashed that one to hell the other day.
Not by choice.
And here you are writing a book in a day. You do a course in an hour. You're a freaking machine.
Well, it's because I'm all metal. I'm just saying. So I have created this amazing book that is unlike any other because it really allows you to reflect from within. And it's all about the narcissist and how you get through dealing with all of the narcissism and what all that it does and who they are. And it's literally just so much to deal with. And it's so exciting because we've got all of this coming, which is super, super exciting. It'll be here soon, this book. And it's 1,001 questions, but what it does is it really lets you look at yourself from the inside and realize that you're not the one that caused this pain and drama and injury to yourself. You're not the one that did it. And it's so important that you know that. It's important that you know that you are not the narcissist. You are not the one who went through it. The black sheep of the family, we get the blame for everything, but we're also the most feared, which a lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people don't realize that the black sheep is the most feared of all of them. And there's a reason for that. So this will really be amazing to allow you to really get a good insight on who you are and how to heal from within. My husband is quiet now for whatever reason.
Just wondering why are you the feared one? Is it because you keep their dirty little secret, or because you have the knowledge that could ruin them?
It's a mixture. It's a mixture of both. Because they feel that they can destroy you better, and when they realize that they can't.
Wait, who can destroy you?
Well, back in the day, you're talking about the fact that these people want to destroy you and your image of who you are. They want to control you. They want to change who you are. They want to change what everybody believes of you and who you are and what you are about. And so that's a big deal. They want to make you out to be something that you're not, and that's the challenge.
Is that all narcissists?
Pretty much, there's different variations and versions of them, for sure. There is no doubt to that. But the book is titled Healing After Narcissistic Abuse: 1,001 Questions to Help You Rebuild Your Life. It will be available here very soon. I am very excited about it. I love the book cover. I think it's just, you'll see it when it's released. It's really just beautiful. I think it's going to help so many people because, like, a lot of books, like, we do these books as a family, and it's like, would you rather this or that, right? Like 2,500 things you don't know about me. There's all these books out there like this, but there's none that are like this one, right? And it really makes you dig deep within yourself and your personal being, and makes you reflect back to things you would have never thought of before. It helps you heal yourself to levels you didn't think you could. And so it's going to be such a huge bonus to so many people when you get to really get in the middle of that. Are you looking at the pictures of my daughter's tattoo she just got for me?
Our daughter?
Okay, well, she just got a beautiful tattoo that says it's all about me, and it's a bonus. Hey, you're over here looking. I'm
Squirrel.
just curious. No, it says Karamia. That's what, she calls me, not you. And it says Survivor and My Idol. And it's beautiful. It has this beautiful heart on it. And it has wings around it. And I mean, it's absolutely stunning. And she did that as a surprise for me. But no, this book is so amazing. It's going to help so much in the healing journey. It really gets a perspective of yourself that you're not accustomed to. You really get to get in there and see and learn a lot about you. And I'm super excited about it. And yes, I did do it in a very short period of time. It's broken into 40 sections, 25 questions in each. And then there's one bonus question at the end. There's all sorts of other things in there that help you along the way. And I will tell you, I love doing announcements that my husband has no idea about while we're podcasting because it's so much fun. I love the initial reaction we get. Today I started, and I'm about 95% completed on victoriacure.com. Is a website that I've just built. What? What?
Of course you did.
And it shows all about, like, the books, not all of them, but I think I have 16 books up there right now. The homepage shows 3 right now. And you'll be happy, I think it does. Who Kicked First, Narc Narc Who's There, and Dear Silence are the 3 I chose for the first on the homepage. But then we're going to have stuff like publications and media and impact pages and things of that nature. It's mostly about me, the author, and the books. And there's opportunities to learn more about the books where you could just literally read the synopsis of them and then click a button and go right to it and buy it. And so I've been working on that all day today. And then I have been asked to collaborate on 3 joint author books, and those will all be out this year. That's super, super exciting. And I'm super, super excited to be collaborating with these amazing people on those 3 books. And then what else do we have? Oh, these are the 2 that I love to freak my husband about and just get his initial reaction. I am about 50% finished on another book that I just started last week, which is about body dysphoria and how to help bring that back to the forefront to show who you really are and the beauty from within. So that is almost complete. And now here's the one my husband had.
How convenient.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
If I say anything, it will be too personal.
I have body dysphoria. I'm the first one to admit it.
And?
I have body dysphoria. I admit that all day long. And what?
And you've recently lost
33 pounds.
And you're going to start.
I am. I'm going to start the weight loss shot journey. I am. I never thought I would, and I'm going to start. I'll openly discuss that. I'm not hiding it. I am going to start the shots.
Good boy, Rusty. Rusty, come over here, check me out. Good boy, Rusty.
So I'll be starting the shots.
What was the second thing?
I lost 33 pounds.
No. You did Victoria.com.
Oh, I did Victoria.com. The Healing Narcissistic 1001 Question book is in the editing phase.
Here's something Michael doesn't know.
Oh, right. So say Sunday. I started Friday night, and I'm pretty incredibly excited about it. I mean, this is, well, I don't have the exact title of it yet. It is going to be about breaking the cycle of generational traumatic abuse, trauma, right? So it's generational abuse and it's breaking the cycle. Right now, it has over 10 chapters and it is at 300 pages. I started it Friday and it's 296 pages right now. I started it Friday night.
A machine.
So it is 296 pages right now.
You still cackle like a witch.
Not. You laugh just like your father.
Hmm.
Cricket's there.
That's very true.
You sound just like him. Yeah. And so I started that Friday night. And then I scared my husband by cutting like 7 inches off my hair. And I came back and started that.
So, listeners out there, y'all think that my wife should have a big head, right? Because
Everything else on me's big. Why not?
because she does all this, everything, all this social media stuff, all the book writing, all
And my ass does have its own
all
zip
the
code.
advocacy, and she puts herself out there because she shows you she puts time, her effort, her work, 20 something hours a day on this damn computer. And, she puts everything into this, not to have a big head. If I was to describe my wife,
Ugh.
you ready for this?
Yeah.
She is the female version of Adam Sandler.
Right.
What is that man's net worth? I don't know. I don't care. Okay. You type in his name, I bet you your name comes up more. And
No.
more pages on Bing or Google.
No.
Lifetime,
He's higher on IMDb than me.
Not for long.
That's not
But
true.
the reason I say this is because we just went out to Texas Roadhouse to eat dinner. Okay.
Yeah.
My wife is wearing a freaking jersey sweatshirt
It says Harvard.
and
Jersey
tennis
pants.
shoes,
Sneakers.
whatever, Yankee.
Sneakers.
So she is dressed
Down.
just like he does. Going out in public.
Okay.
When
Brown white. Yeah. So
you don't have a big head, you don't lift yourself up. I lift you up.
I'm heavy.
I put you on a pedestal, woman.
At times.
Oh.
No. No. No.
Yeah.
No.
When
No.
do I not?
Friday night.
Friday night. Oh, I don't remember that.
You want me to talk about it now?
No.
Yeah, I don't think you do.
No, we're getting ready to wind down.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
So
But
my
no.
wife, y'all, is very humble. It's not about her. It's about those she helps. It's about everyone else. I promise you. It is
His wife's name. Oh, never mind.
It is not about her. Okay. She only tells you, hey, y'all look forward to this. These are the books that I've written. These are the books.
They're to help people.
I've wrote. These are the books that I am writing. And these are things to look out for on the academy. It's to help, because there was, as my wife tells me, there was absolutely no one there for her.
Well, you believe it too because you've been there and you understand. You've seen what I've had in my life.
Not her parents,
Ugh.
not her friends back then, because they were isolated. They couldn't get to her.
And then I lost my best friend. She
And,
passed. And then
so-
I lost my brother best friend. He passed.
She wants to make sure that, hey, y'all, there's someone out there for you. Her name is Victoria Cure. Whether it's a text, an email, an academy class that she's put together, a book that she's written,
A workbook. Workshop.
She's reaching every hand.
Ass.
She's reaching everything she can to give y'all help, okay? To get others help where she didn't have any. So I just don't want everyone to think that you got a big head, that you're all full of yourself. I'm the one that's full of shit. You're not.
Even though you take dumps twice a day. That's kind of ironic.
All men takes.
No, they don't.
Sure they do.
No, they
Real men
don't.
take dump.
whatever.
right?
But
And then they
see, but
TikTok.
you give me like crap about the fact that like, well, here's that word again. But like the fact that, you know, I just came out of the doctor's office, a surgeon, finding out I had this, infection, and then it's such a long drive, so we stop and get something to eat, and then I find someone who needs help, and here I am like trying to eat food, and I'm like forget my food. I'm trying to help her, and you get me such like I don't understand. Why do you give me such grief about that? That's what I do. I don't understand.
Not you in grief.
You did. He's like, can you eat one meal without somebody?
Oh, but where did we just leave from?
The hospital,
The hospital.
the surgeon. Yeah. So
And
hey,
whose
he
doctor
cleaned me
was
out with
it?
alcohol. Mine.
Okay. So we left the hospital.
Yeah.
So we need to go get some food for
It's a long
you.
drive. Yeah.
And you're trying to help someone instead of putting you first.
Okay, but in all fairness, and this isn't having anything to do with like
Oh, were
whatever.
you driving?
I was,
You were driving.
but I wasn't under the influence of anything because I never take anything.
You were driving.
I'm the safest driver we have.
Right.
Do you want me to get other people to
No.
give you their value?
No.
Okay.
We don't need a peanut gallery.
But what I'm saying is it you give me a hard time about the fact that everywhere we go, people know who I am in the local sense.
They do, and I'm proud. I'm always proud to have my wife recognized.
But see, I look at it different than you do. You look at it like everywhere we go, somebody talks to you and they know who you are. Like everywhere we go, right? No matter where. I look at it like I am so grateful that whenever we go anywhere, like people will come up and hug me. Like at Costco, people come up and hug me and tell me what's going on with them, and I ask them how they're doing and how their family is and blah blah blah. I like it because I feel like all of these people know they have someone to come to and talk to, and that they're not alone. And that's what I love is that, no matter what I have going on, I love that people will come up and just like, how are you? Hey, this is what's going on, blah, 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 everywhere we go. And I love it. I love it because that means people are seeing that there is someone out there that they can trust.
You've had some folks say, "Hey, I know your voice."
Okay, but Faith freaking was at the lab getting lab work done and talking, and somebody's like, I know that voice. I know that voice. And she's shaking her head because she really doesn't want the recognition. She wants to be afar, like she wants to be a voice, but not recognized. And so they're like, I know that voice. I know that voice. And then she's like, oh my God, do you podcast? And Faith's like, yes. And she goes, my kids listen to you every week. And when I hear you on, because they blare it, and that's how I know your voice. And she was like, oh my God, could I get your autograph? And I'm like, are you crapping me right now? And so they're drawing blood on Faith, and she reaches over and grabs a paper towel out of the dispenser and asks Faith to sign an autograph for her kids. And Faith is just looking at me. And I'm like, I didn't know about this. This isn't like, no, this is you. And so she goes, I can't even get my blood drawn, Mom. That's why, I want, and she was like, I want to be the voice, but I don't want to be recognized.
Being 19.
But she's like, I just don't want, and this is before she was 19, but she's like, I don't want to be, recognized. I want to just help from afar. She's very shy in a lot of ways. And I thought it was adorable. And she's like, we're not speaking about this to anyone. I'm like, okay. And then I'm like walking by going, Emmy winner. And she's like, Mom, are you serious? Stop. And I'm like, Emmy winner. And I'm like trying to point to her. And she's like, Mom, are you kidding me right now? Just no. Mm-mm. No. I'm proud of her. I have every right to brag about her. She's been through hell in a handbasket and deserves nothing but the very best. And if anyone wants to give her less, they can deal with me. I'm just saying. Speaking of Faith, how was your ride back in the little truck? Did she leave a couple pranks for you? I believe she did. First, I think she left you a very cool unicorn that celebrates the LGBTQIA plus. They always add new initials community, which we completely support. Unicorn phone holder. And I think she put some specific music on for your liking.
Yes. But I dislike.
But just so you know, I had to be in the truck participating with her while she went through every channel and tried to find. And when she found that one, I still had like a 10-minute drive for you to meet up with us. And she's like, I don't want to change it, Mom. What if I lose the channel? And, and I can't get back to this again. I'm like, I really do not prefer this kind of music. And so I was like, could we turn it down? She's like, no. And I said, so you just want to drive me crazy, waiting to drive him crazy. She's like, yes. So I hope that it did. I do. I hope that she got you.
She got me, y'all. She's a good little prankster.
She is. She's
Maybe she
amazing.
can come in here. We're going to be increasing our podcast releases here. Starting this week, we should have at least 2 a week for the next 90 days. We're running a special.
Oh, my Lord in heaven. We are not running a special. We are really trying to be more productive and, and really be out there to show.
Still not getting paid for this.
Yeah, we have been funding. Let's talk about that for 1 minute. We have been funding all of this out of our own pocket from inception. I started A Contagious Smile back in 2006, long before my husband got his head out of his ass. Right, dear?
Yes, dear.
And then we added the Contagious Smile Academy, which is not even a year old, so it's still a baby. And we've been podcasting now. This is going on our 4th year. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
And so we've been globally top 1%. We've gotten to 5% when Faith was in the hospital. We stayed at 3% for a while, but that's still some really impressive numbers. We've had so many celebrities come out and endorse us and what we do, which I think is amazing. So many amazing people we've been just given that gift of. And so we want to promote the things that we have coming in down the pipeline in the woodwork, because we don't want to stop doing what we're doing. We don't want to shut all this down, but it costs a lot of money every month to do what we do. And I don't have an assistant. I don't have a marketing team. I literally get my husband maybe an hour a week. The rest of the time he's video gaming and sleeping and sleeping. So this, or tableting. Is that a word? Tableting?
Tableting?
Because all you do is play on the tablet.
No, not really.
Yes. So that is, I get him to podcast. So I'm really trying to make it where we can continue, because it is very expensive. And since he was fired, with the season change and all, that we are able to maintain this to help everyone out there who needs to be helped. So that's what we're trying to do. And we're going to give 90 days to see if we can really make a difference. Are you looking at why I'm making all these season references?
Nope.
I mean, all for one and one for not you.
Done.
Not even close. I don't think so.
Well, thank y'all for listening to our show tonight. It was
Jam-packed full of stuff.
You know what? It's great to sit here and talk to your best friend and look at your lover in her eyes. And, it's all, both of them are your spouse, your soulmate. And I enjoyed my wife and I sit here and we talk to these microphones.
Non-scripted, obviously.
Non-scripted. And,
so obvious.
We're just looking at each other, staring at each other. We don't get on the computer and go through news events and shit like that. We just sit here and talk.
But we talk about real things, and we talk about it from lived experiences.
Things that happen to us in our life and, folks we meet. And I guess it works because, there's 40 million of y'all listening, and, we have notifications all the time saying, hey, you've got this many downloads a month. You've got this many thousands of new listeners this month. So I don't know what y'all like about us, but thank you.
It's the redneck and the redhead.
I wished I could get all y'all to subscribe to us and, donate and
$1 each.
Just $1.
A what?
$1.
What is a dollar?
No, I didn't say dollar.
Dollar. Is
No.
that what you holla?
From the Bronx.
No, we are not Jenny from the block.
No. $1 for every.
Let's try it. Let me help you.
Dollar. What am I saying?
Dollar.
$1.
No. Like when you say aluminum, say aluminum.
Aluminum.
That's tolerable. Foil.
Full.
No.
No.
Re- wrestling.
Wrestling.
No, you say wrestling.
Yes, wrestling.
Wrestling. Rusty is laughing at you. Pillow.
Pillar.
No, it's not a pillar.
It is a pillar. You lay your head on a pillar.
See why it's the redneck and the redhead?
CYA.
See what's CYA for?
I'm going to cover your ass.
Don't make me call the child.
Good night, y'all. Thank you for listening. A Contagious Smile.
Go check out victoriacure.com. Understand it's still new. It's in the works. It's
Yeah,
still working. But it's still there. It started. Go check it out.
Bye, y'all.